of my favorite traditions to do with the kids is blowing up balloons the night before their birthday. I always blow up a bunch, and then I sneak into their room once they fall asleep, and I leave them in there so that when they wake up they have a bunch of balloons, and it's super fun. But I also had asthma as a child, so blowing up balloons is hard for me, and I know I need to order one of those little inflator tools. Okay, it is that time. I am prepping for another birthday party. I can't believe Kylin is turning 11. So he wanted to have his party at a skating rink. We've done a couple skate parties between all the kids before, but there's a skating rink here in Kansas City called Winnwood Skate Center. It is the coolest skating rink. It's so much fun, and he's gone there with his friends before, and he was like, I want to have it there. So yes, I went ahead and booked a party. They have two amazing party packages. If you are local and you're looking for a really good spot to book for your kid's birthday, this is a spot. I feel like fall and winter birthdays are so hard. Audrey's birthday's in the summer. She always has like a summer vibe. She can do a pool party, an outdoor backyard party. But the boys being in the fall, they're always kind of bummed because they're like, well, we want to do something fun too, but it's like cold outside. And Kylin's birthday is literally Thanksgiving, usually like right before Thanksgiving. You never know if it's going to snow. So I'm always on the hunt for indoor places that are really fun, that offer birthday packages that are a great fit. And Winnwood Skate Center, amazing. So the package that I booked includes pizza, drinks, game cards for all of the kids because they have like arcade games on top of the skating portion. And then it also includes like ice cream. I'm going to get a cake. But it's just like amazing how much they offer and how much they give you for the price. So I was really happy with that. And I cannot wait to celebrate him. He is so excited. I did invitations and he passed them out to his little buddies. And it's just going to be such a vibe. It's so cute. As they get older, it's just fun to see what they're into. So today I need to order some balloons. Oh, they also do like all the party stuff. So they do like the table, like the plates, napkins, cups, tablecloth, all that. So it really is low stress, and that's what I'm really into, especially with it being right before the holidays, is just like, where can I book a spot where it's all done for me and I don't have to think about it. So anyway, I'm gonna go order some balloons and get a cake. I think he wants chocolate. He wants chocolate, but there was this cake we had at one of our friends' birthdays, and I think it's from Hy-Vee. It had like a whipped cream frosting, and he really liked that. So I think I'm going to try to order that. And we're going to celebrate him turning 11. I cannot believe he's turning 11. Okay, so I just ordered the balloons, and now I'm going to see if they have a cake that I need to pre-order or if there's one already made that they can just like decorate a little bit. Nothing too over the top. We're not doing anything this year, so we don't have to get anything too crazy. So vlogging in public was a little embarrassing to me, and I was trying to find an aisle that no one was on, and there's one on every aisle. I'm embarrassed, so I'm just gonna walk this way. And we got the cake he wanted. Happy birthday, Kylin. They were so sweet to just write that on. And then he wanted the whipped topping and the chocolate. So I think we win. And then I got a couple candles, these in there, in the corner probably, and call it good. It's party day. I literally can't believe that Kylin is turning 11. His actual birthday is not today, but I'm like, what? And it always gets me reminiscing on the birth. Kylin was the quickest, fastest birth of my life. That boy was ready to pop out. We were still living in LA at the time, and I had never, I'm sure I've told this story before, but if you haven't been here from forever ago, we were living in LA at the time, and I had never gone into labor naturally before because Audrey was induced. She did not want to come out. I would probably still be in utero if I hadn't forced her out. So I never knew what it felt like to go into labor naturally. So when I was pregnant with Kylin, I think it was like a couple days before my due date. And I remember I took Audrey to the beach, and there was this park at the beach. Those of you who live in Santa Monica, there's this like little park on the beach. It's so cute. And they have this bumpy slide. And so I was letting her go down the slide, and then I decided to go down the slide. And I'm pretty sure that's what induced me, because that slide was very bumpy. So we were playing at the park and doing the whole thing at the beach, and I remember just feeling in my heart and soul that it was like some of the last few days where it was just gonna be her and I. And I was so anxious and I was so ready to go into labor. And I remember I just finally released it. I was like, you know what? Let's stop struggling and trying to force labor. Like, it'll happen when it happens. Let's just enjoy the day. And I surrendered it. So we enjoyed the day. I think we even went to lunch, went to the park, and then I came home and I put her down for a nap. I started having intense contractions. But I had never felt contractions really, like, pre-labor. I'd never felt that. So I was like, it's feeling like it could be contractions, but I don't really know. And I remember calling, instead of calling my doctor, I called like a couple friends because I was like, I don't know. So I called my friend and I was like, I don't know, I think I might be going into labor. I'm not really sure. And she's like, well, you sound really great. Like, if you were going into labor, I feel like you wouldn't be able to like speak so well and talk through these contractions. But then they started to get more painful. And so she was like, well, take a shower. And if they stop, then it was just false labor. So I take a shower and they don't stop. They actually get more intense. But I didn't want to call anyone because at the time we didn't have any family in town. And so my brother-in-law who lives with us, he was at work. And our plan was when I went into labor, I was going to call him and he was going to have to leave work to come home and watch Audrey. And I didn't want to like false alarm it because he was going to have to miss work if I did that. So I just waited and waited. And then finally I was like, I think this is really painful. Like, I can barely stand up. So I finally called someone, and long story short, we barely made it to the hospital before this boy was born. Like, I got there and I was in active labor. Like, they checked me and they were like, oh, you're at like a 6. Like, you're like about to have the child. And I was like, what? So my doctor gets there and she was like, I ran over 2 mailboxes. I barely got here on time, girl. Like, what? And I was like, yeah, I had no idea. Boy was born in 3 hours total, from like the beginning of when labor started to him being born. It was a total of 3 hours. Like, needless to say, it was a little stressful. LA traffic is no joke. I was like convinced we were gonna get stuck on the highway in traffic. I was like freaking out. Then we got to the hospital and they were like, oh, you need to park because we don't have our valet going. I was like, I'm having a baby. We do not have time to park. And they were like, okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It was like such a situation. But that boy was ready to come out, and he was the quickest, easiest labor I've ever had. My epidural, I barely got it in time. I don't even know if it really worked because literally I got it and then my water broke while they were giving me the epidural. Like, bent over, needle in spine, my water breaks. And I started crying because the guy who was giving me the epidural was so mean. Let me just say, side note, if you work with like pregnant women, you should be nice. He was so stern and so mean. And I just remember being so sad. Like, my water broke and I was like, oh my God. And he was like, hold still, which I get it. They're like sticking a needle in your spine. So you have to be like very still. But he just like yelled and I was like, oh. Anyway, that's the birth story. He was just like out so fast. And I remember thinking, oh, am I going to spend Thanksgiving in the hospital? But he was born in just enough time, like a day and a half. And I got out the day before Thanksgiving. So he's like my little Thanksgiving baby. Sometimes his birthday does fall on Thanksgiving. Okay, anyway, we gotta go. We're gonna pick up balloons, head to this party, and just let him live his best little life with his little friends. I'm so excited. Trying to debate if I wanted to skate or not, and I definitely do want to skate. Like, this is entirely too much fun. So big, you can't even see my face. Something about skating that is just so much fun. It brings back so many childhood memories. But Winnwood Skate Center is amazing. They also have this whole arcade area. So with your birthday package, it also includes game cards. And then you also get a pair of skates, which was so much fun. We had the best time opening presents. The party room was great too. All the food was amazing. He gets so embarrassed with attention. He's so adorable. So the party is over. I think Kylin had a good time. Shout out to Winnwood Skate Center. They throw an epic party. It was so low stress. This time of year, there's already enough stress with like holidays and just everything. So having a place that just does everything, 10 out of 10. So if you're in Kansas City and you're looking for a good spot to have your kids party and your kids love skating, check out Winnwood Skate Center for sure. I will leave their website in the description and some info there for you guys. And now I think I just want to put on my pajamas and decompress the rest of the day and bake. I think I'm going to go home and make an apple crisp. I've been saying I was going to make an apple crisp, and I think I'm actually going to do it. Baking, like I mentioned before, has become like a very therapeutic thing for me. Even though I'm not the best baker, I love to just turn on music and just bake and zone out. And so I think I'm going to do that. Do you guys make a crust for your apple crisp? I grew up eating apple crisp and it never had a crust. It was just like the apples and the little crumb topping. But then on Instagram, I was talking about my hate for pie because I hate pie. And then I was talking about like any other desserts that I love, and I said apple crisp, and a lot of people were like, well, doesn't an apple crisp have crust like a pie? Like, what's the difference between an apple crisp and an apple pie? To me, the difference is an apple crisp does not have crust. It just has the crumb topping. My ADHD, I don't know why I'm talking about this, but y'all let me know in the comments. When you make apple crisp, do you do a crust or do you just do the apples and the crumb topping? Okay, so because every birthday boy deserves a donut, I'm getting donuts this morning from Lamar's. I don't know, is Lamar's everywhere? I feel like it is, but maybe it's just a Kansas City thing, but they have really good donuts, and I asked Kylin for his request last night, and he wants a chocolate and a M&M. So, cheers to the birthday boy. I just can't believe I have an 11-year-old. Like, what is life right now? I got some donuts for you. Let's go. Because you said you wanted a couple of the chocolate, and then I got one of that. So Kylin had his party, but it wasn't his actual birthday the day he had his party, and so I always want to make sure they actually feel like it's their birthday on their actual birthday. So we're going to a little birthday dinner. He wanted to go to Chili's. Can't beat Chili's, so we're going. But because I'm an extra mom, I'm bringing candles to stick in the dessert. Just in case they don't have candles, because we have to sing happy birthday on his actual birthday. It doesn't count unless it's on your birthday. Anyway, I'm such a mom. I'm gonna stash these in my purse, and I'm even gonna bring a lighter just in case, because you never know. What if it's like the one day they're like, oh, we ran out of candles. Oh, we don't have a lighter. No, we will be prepared, always. Let's see, do I have a lighter? I do. Just bring this little one. Does it work? Oh, wait, let me see this trick. Yeah. Oh, you good, bro? Yeah. Anybody? Yeah. Can I do one on each side? Birthday.
Yeah, one on. Thank you.
Okay, we gotta see. I'm gonna make it
so. It's not gonna be.
Not the whole restaurant. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Make everybody sing? Maybe everyone will.
No.
Kai says no. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kylin. Happy birthday to you.
No other tails now, but
Happy birthday, baby.